you can explore more in these follow-up meetings because you must have 1 month before the workshop had happened. But as you come in follow-up meetings, those proposals will be again like put to you, and then you will be able to practice in your life. Then it becomes it becomes more useful to you. So definitely it has been inspiration for many students. Belvinder, you're also unmuted, so you can also.
Oh, good morning, Ji. Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy I'm connected to you. I just opened your link right now. And I'm so sorry. I'm running to my doctor appointment. And I will really appreciate if you could let me know if there would be another opportunity.
Definitely. There will be workshops which keeps happening, and follow-up meetings happens every Wednesday from 7:30 to 8:30. It will be happening every week.
Oh, it will be happening.
And so you will get the mail, and you will get the mail for the same regularly.
Oh, I see. And at the end of in past, I was able to attend 10 days workshop. And after that, I tried to send my email and my request to few professors to stay connected with this new project, but I was not able to get a response from anyone. And I would like to explore more, deeper my knowledge and understanding in this field. This is something new for me. And yeah, so that was my inquiry moving forward. Is there any way for myself, I can deepen in my knowledge and understanding moving forward? Or this is only for students, because I'm not a student anymore. I'm almost approaching my retirement, but I love to spread this new project for all students, university, here in the school, in education field, in a community center, for families. It is quite inspiring. It's evolutionary project initiative you have started first, especially for students, first year or second year university, and you made it mandatory. That is also the very courageous, because when you go to university first year, sometimes students do not see the value why we are taking this course. So value-based education and value-based living, I think this is the #1 for humanity, especially the timing we are going through, natural calamities or man-made calamities. So thank you very much, and you are doing awesome job for our world, and keep it up.
Thank you, ma'am. Actually, for faculties, we have Saturday and Sunday follow-up sessions, so you can join in that thing, which will be useful for you. So this is actually we had kept for mainly students for the exploration. So thank you so much. But faculties are also will be there in this session. But if you want to explore more as a faculty, you can join in Saturday or Sunday follow-up meetings.
Thank you, Ji. But I would like to stay connected with one of you, professor, or any faculty member. I would like to explore more. What else is available for me?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. We'll send the details in the chat box, our details, so you can contact us. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Any other students? We have Farhana. Farhana, if you are interested, you can share your experience, what you had in the workshop. The mic is given to you, if you would like to share. Then we have Rohit Kum.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Farhana. Yeah. Good evening, Farhana.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Yeah. Please share your. I heard your this thing, but it was in regional language. So if it is in English, I think others can also
Yes,
listen.
ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
Ma'am, actually, I'm really interested in this sort of topic. So I got into the class, and it was really like eye-opening for me, and I could look into all of these common things into a different perspective. So and yeah, it was really interesting. So that's why I'm here for the follow-up sessions.
Okay. Okay, Farhana. Thank you so much. Thank you for the for joining the session. We have more students. Abhishek, Rohit. Anybody want to share your experience in the workshop? Or after that, you must have the proposal. There were many proposals. No, so any proposals, if you have explored, that also you can share. I hope you must be remembering the proposals of trust, like I want to be happy and make others happy, and all those. There were many proposals, no? So if anything, okay, you can ask to Abhishek has a question. Abhishek, can you raise the hand so that I can give you the mic? Abhishek, I think your mic is given to you better. You can unmute and ask the question. Abhishek, Abhishek Kumar Upadhyay, no? Yeah, I received the mail in which there was a drive link. So what do you want to know? Oh, that link is not opening. Okay, okay. We'll see it. I think we'll see what the link is. Your mail was having a link, but it's not getting open. But from the mail only, you joined this this follow-up session, no? Might be that link is for the materials or something. We'll just ask and let you know why that it is not opening. So we have the panelist also. Sunil Bhai, can we start the session?
Yeah, yes.
So you can share the slides. Yeah. Which topic you are planning?
We can have a session on the feelings. Those feelings.
Feelings in relationship.
Feelings in relationship. Yeah.
Okay.
Let us discuss something from that, some parts of that.
Yeah, definitely. And if the students have any doubts, they can ask, and
yeah, let's make it more interactive.
Yeah.
So, dear students, I was listening to your takeaways, your reflections in the meeting. So it is nice that some of you have reflected, stating that you can see your self-exploration in the process. So that is the expected outcome, one of the expected outcomes of this particular program. That is, first of all, we will be having information. So what we learned through this follow-up meetings and students' workshops is information. And then we try to validate the information in our, say, day-to-day living through our right understanding and based on our natural acceptance, right? Later, we experientially validate the proposals in our life. That is what is expected. We also, the faculty members, all the panelists, other faculty members who joined here in the attendance list, all the students, we are co-explorers, right? So we have also started the journey of universal human values like you only. The proposals which we state here do not depend upon age of a person for sure. They do not depend upon the time. They do not depend upon the place also. So it is universally acceptable. We can rationally verify all those proposals. So these are the beauty of this kind of proposals. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen in which I will be sharing one of the feelings in relationships, because feelings are actually transferred when we converse with our fellow beings. We are actually transferring our feelings. So because of the importance of feeling, I would like to discuss upon one of the feelings, respect, which we usually discuss. Let us see through some of the proposals available here, and you can have say, let us make it more interactive session. Okay, you can ask questions. Let me try to explore along with you and try to respond to some of your queries. You can also add some comments to the responses, and we can go just like that, just like in a family. So here we are. This meeting is also like a family meeting, irrespective of the part of the country you belong to, irrespective of the time at which you joined the meeting, irrespective of the college which you study. So this is a single family, right? So what we propose in this, actually this is part of the 9th session in the students induction program, UHV 1, respect. So whenever we hear about respect, the first thing which comes to our mind is what? What is coming to your mind when you hear about respect? You have learned about some of the proposals or some information in the students workshop also recently. What do you think about respect? Do you wish to be respected, or do you wish to be disrespected? What do you say? You can use the chat box, so you can unmute and speak also. The word respect. Do you wish to be respected, or do you wish to be disrespected? What do you say? Can you see some of, yeah?
Abhishek is written, it's right evaluation.
Right. So yeah, so that is information. Very nice. Very nice.
Yes.
Raghunath is writing, it is to be respected.
Student Dhruvi also is right, respected.
Respected. Very nice. Very nice. So everyone can write their response in the chat box, whether you want to be respected or you want to be disrespected. So you can see that every one of us want to be respected. You may be of the age like maybe 18 to 22. Somebody may be of a higher age than that. Somebody may be of a lesser age than that. We, the panelists, are also of different ages. But one thing which is common in every one of us is every one of us wish to be respected. Where does it coming from? This respect from somebody else or from self? And what is the meaning of respect? That is what we are going to discuss in this particular meeting. Okay, let us go through the proposals bit by bit. As it is proposed here in the initial studies of that, right evaluation and intention and competence. So these words, you would have learned about these words in through some information, maybe in the students workshop. Yeah, it is also given some of the issues which usually come across in our students' life, in teachers' life, in everybody's life, like self-confidence and peer pressure. So let us discuss some of them in due course of time. Okay. Yeah, so this is because this is coming after the discussion on trust. As you see in the first statement, it is given that we have explored the feeling of trust. What do you mean by trust? Can you, somebody put your comment in the chat box, or somebody can share of unmuting your mic. What do you mean by trust? It is good to hear from students. Trust, is it given to some persons alone, or is it given to everyone? What do you think? Is it a one-to-one kind of a feeling, or is it a universal kind of a feeling? Is it to everyone? Universal means it is to every human being. That is what I. What do you say? All right, the comments are not coming that frequently. So because I can see that there can be a confusion with regard to what is trust, right? Yeah. Now we can see a few messages. Everyone to see in harmony. Yeah, that is what Ranganath sir was telling. Is telling. Abhishek Kumar is telling when we not judge their intention. Right. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So we can see that the intention of intention of myself is to make myself happy and to make the other happy. If you can see this, the other also will like to make himself or herself happy. And if the intention of the other person is same as that of mine, I can see that the other person wants to make me also happy. That is what we have explored and have been exploring in trust, right? So my natural acceptance or my intention is to be happy and make the other happy. The natural acceptance of the other is also the same. This is the content of trust. Okay. So here we see that the intention of every person, intention of you, intention of me, intention of a small child, it is applicable to intention of an old person. It is applicable to intention of a person who is in some other part of the world. Let him be in Germany, let him be in Spain, let him be in Russia, or in the United States of America, wherever. The intention, if you can see that, the intention of every person is same, then we can see that we can trust everyone. Can you see this? The intention of myself is to be happy and make others happy. The intention of the other person is also the same, because the natural acceptance is same for everyone. It is an innate faculty and it is same for every person. All right. Any questions with regard to this? You can ask questions if you wish to ask questions. You can unmute and you can ask. Okay, there is a hand raise. I think yeah, Raghunath ji has raised his hand. So Raghunath ji.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, sir. What about you, sir?
Very fine, very good.
Good. Thank you, sir. I have a question, sir. If you permit me, I put forward. It may be relevant or not. Nowadays, in these days, Benthamite philosophy that is giving importance for status, money, and everything. Yeah. The people. They trust people if at all they are useful for them and profitable for them. And trust also depends upon the respect of status, designation, other things, until they believe us, whether profitable or not, the other person. Then I feel that it is a real trust, sir, which leads to one affection and harmony. So that is because nowadays giving much importance for the status and financial background, then only they are trusting the people, sir. What I observed. So can you enlighten me, sir?
So what is happening in such a case is when you trust the other person based on his status, his financial background, etc. Yes, the trust is not actually given to the self.
Yes, sir. Yes,
feelings are actually transferred from one self to the other self.
That is not a right evaluation, sir. Myself, self.
Correct. So when the respect or trust is given to
Yes.
kind of status or say financial status or some other, or
Yes.
a big house or a big car, etc.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Happening is the respect is actually not going to the self. It is going to something else, a physical.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
That is not continuous. Because we state that rather we propose here that trust, this feeling is a continuous feeling.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, another question is assumption disturbs intention, sir.
Exactly. So when we say we trust everyone and everyone trusts ourselves also, we say that the intention, what we can see underlined is that the intention of every person is same.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right. So through our natural acceptance, we can see this intention of every person is same.
Yes, sir. Irrespective of age, also from child to adult.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Age, place, or people.
Yes, sir. Yes.
That is not intention is not depending upon any of these factors.
Yes. Sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So nice. So any of the students would like to make a comment? It is just like a recap of trust, what we have learned in the maybe in the previous session prior to this one, because we have this information from the students' workshop. We can speak about this. So anyone would like to explore from your side with regard to what is trust, whether trust can be given to everyone. The proposal here is that if you can see that the intention of everyone is same, then we can trust everyone. Okay. Yeah, and Anshuman is telling that it is clear. Abhishek Kumar is stating in the chat box that with natural acceptance, very nice, very good, nice. Yeah, so we have to be discussing about the intention. When the intention of every person, we can see that the intention of every person is same, then we can trust everyone. That is the proposal which is given here, and you can validate the proposal based on your natural acceptance, so your experiences. And later during the self-exploration process, we can explore further and experientially validate in your journey of universal human values that the intention of every person is same. Now, however, we both may be lacking in competence. So what is this competence after all? Can you comment upon this? What do you mean by competence? Does it mean that you are competent in a particular kind of a skill? That you know how to, let's say, ride a motorbike, for example, or how to know, you know how to say row a boat. Does it mean that you are competent? What do you say? It is good if one of the students can unmute and speak with regard to what is competence. You can also put your message in the chat box. I can read that. Nice. What I am telling is, can we take the skill part as competence? Or is it something else? Yeah, Abhishek is telling that he can take the skill part of our competence. Let us explore. Dhruvi is also telling that, yes, we have to explore further. Nice. Now this part, the competence part, is going to be explored when we discuss about respect. So what we identified right now is that the intention of every person is same, but the competence of the human beings are different from person to person. Can we see that the competence level of the persons are different from person to person, or are they same? Like intention, like competence is also same. Say, for example, you can take the case of let's say your teachers. one teacher always calls you when you come late to the class. He or she is scolding you. Every time you have to actually go under his or her cursive words, let's say, in the morning when you come late to the class. On the other hand, another teacher, you see that he or she never scolds you, but when you are late to the class, he or she calls you to say personally and asks you whether what is happening with you, why are you late today? Can you give me the reason? To which of the teachers you wish to open your mind? The person who is scolding you always, or the teacher who is asking you with some passion, with some say with some patience, that why are you late? What is happening? Second one, right? Abhishek Kumar can easily see that it is a second one. Can others also see that the second teacher is the one to whom we would like to interact more than the first one? Asking with patience. So we is also doing the same. Nice, very good. Now, yeah, Farhana is also telling the same thing. Yes. Now, can we identify that the competence level of the second teacher is better compared to the competence level of the first teacher? Can you see this? Because we are much free to talk to the other teacher, because he or she is asking to you with patience and with taking their time, giving you attention, right? Yes. So we is telling yes. Good. Nice. Now, can you tell me what is competence? Does the second teacher know how to ride a motorbike? Does he or she know how to design something? Or any other kind of skill is involved here in this example? What is competence? So we will, yeah. So we can keep this open and just keep this example in your mind. We will discuss upon this, yeah. Ability to understand people, okay, that is part of competence, of course, nice. That is part of your competence. Right understanding, when you say understand people, right understanding is part of your competence, for sure. Understanding the people is also part of competence through your natural acceptance. We will explore that in detail further. Okay. So we go a little bit into the content. So we make a program with each other, essentially on the basis of our present level of competence, with trust on the natural acceptance. We have also seen, while discussing peer pressure, maybe this is a sentence which is stated because we have discussed about this probably in a previous meeting, that we try to get respect from others through clothes, language, English, money, etc. Do we do that? Respect. Now we are coming slowly to the feeling respect. Do we ever try to get respect from others through wearing nice clothes? Whenever you go to a party, we wear nice clothes, beautiful clothes, attractive clothes, right? So what is the response of the people, or what is the reaction of the people whom you see over there? Somebody may say that, oh, you are looking gorgeous in these clothes. Then what do we feel? What is your feeling when somebody else is telling that you are looking gorgeous in these clothes? What do you feel? Can you tell me? When somebody is telling that, when you go to a party with nice, attractive kind of clothes, somebody who is in the party is telling that you look gorgeous, wonderful, happy, yeah, kind of happiness, nice. So a couple of you are telling that you feel happy, nice, very good. Now you move on into the party and you find one of your friends over there. Okay, then he or she looking at you says that, yeah, this is old-fashioned clothes. It's already outdated. Why are you wearing this kind of clothes to the party? What do you feel when he makes such a comment? You thought that this is good. Say the other person was telling that it was gorgeous. Now your friend is telling that this is old-fashioned kind of clothes. So what do you feel like now in this case? What will happen to your happiness? Sad and angry. Nice. Somewhat upset as compared to what other person said. So you said you feel happy when the first person said that you are gorgeous. Now you are telling that you feel sad, angry, and sometimes somewhat upset as compared to the first point, what other person was telling. So let us examine, is there continuity in your happiness? You feel happy in the first occasion, but is it continuous? Yeah, so we is telling our way of thinking changed when someone said different. Nice, very nice observation. Our way of thinking changed, and our happiness is whatever we felt at that time as happiness is now not there. Can we call this as happiness in such a case? When somebody is, yeah, no. So can we call this as excitement then? Initially, you are excited that the other person was telling that you are looking gorgeous. Right, you were excited. Is excitement same to happiness? What do you say? No. When you get good marks in an examination, you feel excited. Can we call that also as excitement or happiness? Getting good scores, good grades in an examination, or coming first in the class. Can we call that as happiness or excitement? Excitement. Anshuman is telling that is happiness. So you can explore whether that happiness is continuous in you. If it is continuous, you can call it as happiness. Next time, when you score less than the other student, or you score less in your, say, next examination, maybe your GPA goes down the next semester. What happens to the happiness? If it is happiness, you can see that is coming down. Okay, so that kind of an excitement is only momentary, is it not? And do you think that these things, say wearing good clothes, like speaking English, so that also may sometimes you may be noted when you are speaking English among a group of people, you may be noted. But how much time you will be noted? That is also a kind of an excitement. Can you see this? Those who spend more money for their say friends, they also will get some kind of an excitement. But can we see that this excitement is also momentary or temporary? That will cease in as and when time progresses. So sometimes the gist of telling all this is that sometimes we try to gain respect from others through wearing, say, nice clothes, speaking English, money, but whatever we are feeling is only excitement, and that is not going to be qualified as respect. That is the proposal here. Yeah, it doesn't seem to work most of the time. Can you see this? When you wear the clothes, beautiful clothes, one person said it is good, the other person said it is not good. When you score, say, the highest score in a particular subject in the class, then you will be excited, but some other people will look you with jealousy. Is it not? That may create sometimes jealousy in the self of other people. This also may happen. So is it respect from the other person? Let us try to understand what is the reason. Let's explore if understanding respect is a solution. So that is why the content. So let us try to understand what is respect. So respect is not this. Can you identify that? When you wear good clothes, speak English language, or have a lot of money, have a lot of food, whatever it is, when you try to get the attraction of other people through such things, such physical facilities, what is actually happening is a momentary excitement, and that is not going to fetch respect for sure. Okay. So, as one of the students was telling earlier, we define respect as right evaluation. What do you say? Right evaluation. So, in every of our activity, we evaluate. Judgment is a different word. Okay, I said evaluation. When you interact with another person, we evaluate. When you interact with your friend, for example, you have certain kind of an evaluation. When we see him in good clothes and he speaks English with very good fluency, the first impression would be what? What would be your first impression? Oh, he is. What do you think? You see your friend for the first time. He is speaking English fluently, continuously. What is your impression upon him? Yeah. So you may think that he is very good. He can speak like this in any situation. Right. But you may evaluate him. Right. Like what I said, he can speak like this in any situation, but given another situation, probably he may not speak. That depends upon his self-confidence sometimes. So what is happening over there? Is it right evaluation? Okay. We will explore about this right evaluation a little bit more further. If you have any queries, you can ask me anytime. Anytime you can stop me and ask queries. You can put your questions or comments in the chat box also. So this is how we define respect in Hindi. Samman. You can see. It is thik anklan karna. Right evaluation. But to see what is right evaluation, we may have to see what are other kinds of evaluations. So in situations, what we come across, sometimes, as we discussed just now, we may over-evaluate a person, right? Through clothes, maybe it is a good kind of clothes, then we may assume that that person is excellent in some context. His behavior also would be good because he has a good kind of a clothes. But that may prove to be not to be true at some other occasion. When you do something good, your parents also may say sometimes that, or your teachers also may say sometimes that, you have performed excellently in this particular examination or this particular context. So you can do anything in the world. You are the best child in the world, best student in the world. Do you ever see such kind of an evaluation from anybody? Have you ever come across such kind of evaluation from anybody in your life? Or have you ever witnessed such kind of evaluation with regard to your friend or your siblings? When we do good in some kind of an aspect, suddenly we are evaluated as the best in every aspect. Do we come across such kind of evaluations? Yeah, you can speak in the mic, or you can put your message in the chat box also. because what we require here is interaction, right? So can you see the evaluation which we make in such a case when you say that somebody is excellent in every aspect? When you do something good in some kind of an aspect, when we say that he is going to do good in every other kind of aspects, is it right evaluation or something else? Is it right evaluation? Can you suggest in the chat box? When you say you are the best in every aspect, is it right evaluation or something else? No, you can see that. Abhishek Kumar is telling, yeah, no, yeah. Can't say. Anshuman is telling you cannot say. Right. So Anshuman, can you unmute and just speak what you mean by can't say? Akhila is telling no. Eknath sir is telling no. Yeah. Anshuman, what do you mean by can't say? If you cannot say yes or no, then
yes, sir.
yeah.
Evaluation. Evaluation cannot be done by a specific thing, sir. It may be under evaluation or over evaluation based upon the person about what he is evaluating.
Yeah. So when we say that somebody, when he does something, or when he or she does something, and we say that oh, can do or she can do anything in the world, that is what do you say?
So it will be over evaluation.
Over evaluation, right? Very nice, very nice. Yeah, Anika is telling, she has a comment that I can read in the chat box. My opinion is right evaluation directs us to respect. Right evaluation and respect is different. That's what she is telling. Okay, we can explore further. Am I correct? So let us keep exploring, because that will be clear once you discuss about other kinds of yeah, it is given their common mistakes, but I say other kinds of evaluations. Then we will come to what is right evaluation, and whether right evaluation is respect or not, we will discuss about that. Anika, you can keep your opinion, keep on exploring with your opinion. We will see it in detail further later. Okay, nice. Anyway, it is good that you commented over there. Nice, very nice. So what you see that this is evaluating for more than what it is. That is, yeah. Thank you, Anika. Nice. Evaluating for more than what it is over evaluation. Okay. And yeah, sometimes we may do the other kind of evaluation, like exactly opposite to, let's say, over evaluation. That when the same student is doing something very bad, then suddenly the parents say that, what have you done? You were very good earlier. Now what have you done? Yeah, it's very bad. You cannot do anything. The teacher also may say sometimes that, hey, you cannot do anything. What kind of a person are you? You cannot do anything. Actually, is it evaluating his kind of competence or evaluating something other than right evaluation? When you say you can do anything or when you say you cannot do anything, both these things, can you see that they are not right evaluation? Can you see this? So evaluating for less than what it is can be called as under evaluation. Does it happen with you anytime? Under evaluation. You may feel that your ability is more than this, but your teacher or your parents, they evaluate you for less than what it is. Does it ever happen to you? You can explore and see whether this is happening with you anytime before. Evaluating for less than what it is. So what are you evaluating finally? Yeah, we will come to that. That is the most important. What are you evaluating? So you can see that in both the cases, we are evaluating our ability to do things, right? So in both the examples, what we're telling is ability. Can you see this? Our ability is being evaluated. Whether we can do that, whether we cannot. It can be any aspect. Yeah, there is a comment from Akhila Jayaprakash. Sometimes someone say like what we lost our confidence for doing something. Someone say like that we lost our confidence for doing something. Nice observation. So when you lose your self-confidence, you may go into possibly in a case of depression sometimes, right? But does it depend upon the other person? That is what we have to see, right? Nice comment, Akila. Nice. So we have seen these two kinds of evaluation, and some other times what happens is, yeah, thank you, Akila. What happens is sometimes you also would have heard that when you do something very badly, suddenly your teacher may scold you and tell you that, yay, you are like a donkey because you did it very badly. You are like a donkey. Or sometimes when he's or she scolds you and you just stand like that because you do not know whether to respond or react or what to do. So teacher may say that, hey, what are you doing? Are you standing like a stone? What happens? Are you a stone actually? Or are you a donkey? No. Both the cases, it is, can you see that it is not right evaluation, but it is otherwise. You are even not considered as a human being. You are equated to what? A donkey or a stone. So kind of evaluation. You can now validate what the proposal is explored over here with the experience which you had in your life and which you are having in your life. Whether the evaluation, your interaction with other people, whether it is over evaluation, under evaluation, or otherwise evaluation. Evaluating for other than what it is, that is otherwise evaluation. Now we can explore whether if you evaluate a person during interaction, if you evaluate the person as like over evaluation, under evaluation, or otherwise evaluation, does it lead to respect? What do you say? What do you recognize? Whenever you were over evaluated by your parents or your teachers, and at a later point of time, you proved otherwise, so that evaluation proved wrong, what do you feel like? Maybe when you were over evaluated, what we feel is we may feel kind of excitement. But when we later, when we do something badly, suddenly the evaluation goes the other way, right? Under evaluation may happen. We feel depressed in some cases, right? If you're not self-confident, as Akila was telling, if you're not self-confident, you may go into the kind of depression. Did you ever go into that stage? And over-evaluation may lead to what? It may lead to ego kind of a state. Because if you are being told that you can do anything in the world, suddenly you feel like kind of an ego. Otherwise, evaluation may also lead, like if you are being told that you are like a donkey or a stone, what do you feel like? You feel like you are depressed, depending upon your competence level. Okay, so these three kind of other evaluations, they lead to, what do you say? Do they lead to respect or disrespect? What do you say? Disrespect. Nice. Akila is telling that it leads to disrespect. Can others also see that this is leading to disrespect? They are not naturally acceptable to anyone. Is it acceptable to anyone? These three kind of evaluations, are they acceptable to anybody? So the proposal is, whenever the evaluation is not right, it is disrespect. So what is respect now? We can see whether in every interaction which we make with others, whether it is leading to respect or disrespect. So if these kind of evaluations are disrespect, then what is not covered in this? That is right evaluation. Right evaluation is respect. All right. So we can now check whenever you interact with other persons, say with your friends, interaction with your friends, with your teachers, with your family members, with somebody else, maybe like a stranger? Are we actually doing right evaluation, or do we do over, under, or otherwise evaluation? You can check this, right? So now it is time is already 8:25. So I think I can stop here for the time being, and you can tell your comments with regard to, or you can ask questions with regard to the content which we have just discussed right now. So we have just defined respect only, nothing more than that. He said, finally, we proposed, this is also to be explored, but this is also an information, right? We have discussed about other kind of evaluations. We have stated just as a proposal that the respect is right evaluation, and other evaluations are not following our natural acceptance and they are disrespect. This has to be explored, and for the exploration only, this small assignment is being given. You can do one thing, you can write down in a notebook the result of interaction with other persons, whether the interaction with the other person is leading to respect or disrespect. Like if the evaluation is right, we can say it is respect. If it is over evaluation, that is evaluating more than what it is. Under evaluation, that is evaluating for less than what it is. Otherwise evaluation, that is what to evaluate for other than what it is. That leads to disrespect. You can write down and you can verify the proposal by yourself. Okay, that is a small assignment which I can give right now. And we have to discuss about what is being evaluated finally. We started from a point in the lecture, in the first part of the lecture. Can you say what is being evaluated? Can anybody say what is being evaluated? Whenever we say evaluation, it is say other evaluations or right evaluation. What is evaluated? Can somebody say that? Can somebody interact? Can somebody unmute their mic and speak? Any student? I cannot see any hand raised, so we have several students still over here. Several students are there. So can you unmute and speak? What is being evaluated? And also you can speak whether you have come across any of these evaluations in your life, in any of the activities, any of the experiences, whether you have come across any kind of evaluations. We have Nandini available here. Would you like to speak something? Chandra Sarangi is available here. Subhash Chandra Sarangi is available here. Yeah. Akila Jayaprakash would like to speak. Yeah, nice. Akila, can you unmute and speak? Mic is there with you. Yeah, Akila, we can hear you, but not very audible. Can you speak a little bit louder?
Sir, am I audible?
Now it's okay. Very nice, very clear. Tell me.
So actually in our life, we all are going through, in different stages of life, we are going to through this all three types of this evaluation by our friends, teachers and relatives, and also our parents. Sometimes our friends, for motivating us, our friends say you can do something more. They are saying like that way. Also in some cases, our parents and teachers say you can't do anything, and they compare with others. All this happening in our day-to-day life, actually, all these three evaluation. But actually we have to evaluate. There is a right evaluation. We want a right evaluation for doing something, because this over-evaluation leads to disrespect. If somebody say you can do something more, it is like a donkey who carries so many things. The donkey can't carry this much things, but they are putting so many things in donkey's back, like that way. And under evaluation means actually sometimes if some mark is low, our parents and teachers say you can't do anything, you will be failure in your life, like that way. This may leads to I'm already saying this may leads to some depression, and our confidence become low, like that way. But we want a right evaluation that we can do like this way. Actually, we have to improve ourselves. That is we needed.
Very nice, Akila. Very nice, very nice. So you are deeply exploring things in your own life and your own experiences. Very nice.
Yes,
so you rightly said that over evaluation, under evaluation, otherwise evaluation happens
yes,
in our case also, right? But we
yes,
have to go for right evaluation.
yes, sir.
We can tell one more thing. When this kind of other evaluations are happening with you, what is your feeling?
Sometimes feeling if somebody say you are like a stone, like that way, sometimes we will become anger and feeling sad, like that.
Right. So in all this kind of other evaluations, do you feel respected by the other person?
No, disrespect.
Disrespected. Okay. So you can verify that, right? Nice.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. Thank you, Akila. Nice comments.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, nice. Anybody else would like to give their comments? Very nice. So this is how we actually explore ourselves and we learn things. I'm also along with you. Doesn't matter whether I'm a faculty member or a student, but I'm also keep on exploring. So Akila's say words are actually new to me. In fact, I can explore something from my side also. I can improve my level of competence with that.
Sunil sir, it is almost time.
Okay.
Can we?
But I can see one more hand raised. Shall we take that? Ashok?
Yeah, I think that's a faculty, so you can take, sir.
Okay, fine. So yeah, Ashok Bekhara sir.
Yes, sir. Nice lecture, sir.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you,
nice.
Thank
Yeah. So my question is that, sir, what is your view that we know that right evaluation has to be there in every case is to maintain the harmony.
Yeah.
But there is a over evaluation is there and under evaluation. We understand that under evaluation is it should not be the naturally acceptable. It should not be, because it will disturb the harmony, which one is happening nowadays. You know that one.
Right.
During the recruitment, when someone is getting more salary, without having that also, we are seeing that one. So in that case, the mental status of the other person who is working from long run, they're supposed to be disturbed. You know what I mean to tell you, I think,
Yeah.
perhaps. So in that case, whether it is a student or whether it's a faculty, how can he manage himself in that case?
Right.
So
Nice
what
question.
he's supposed to think by himself, he tried to understand himself that yes, what is happening, it is okay, or all is well, all is well. How can, because we understand that that is the lacking of competence, but same thing is happening continuously. That is the, we understand that that is the natural acceptance. But thing is that the competence of that person is like that only. So it will take it how many one will tolerate that one, or how to handle that one. What one should think that. You understand my question, perhaps?
Yes, very much. Very good question.
Yeah, please.
So,
Please. Thank you.
yeah. So when the question is, I can articulate it like this. So when we evaluate, so this evaluation is from one self to the other self. That is what is happening. So when we evaluate somebody else, what he feels, or on the contrary, when somebody evaluates ourselves, what we feel. How can we self-regulate ourselves? How can we become self-confident? That is what you said, right? So when somebody evaluates ourselves, suddenly we feel like we go into a state of, if that is over-evaluation, we go into a state of ego. When somebody evaluates ourselves like under-evaluation or otherwise evaluation, we may go into a state of depression, right? So we have a self-evaluation. We evaluate other persons also, and we evaluate ourselves. So we have a self-evaluation. If the self-evaluation leads to a harmonious state, as you said, and like a self-confidence level. In fact, that is coming in the as the next slide only. So I'm supposed to explain that at a later stage. Anyway, so if you know that your competence level is this much, then even if the other person is evaluating you like over-evaluation or under-evaluation, you will be at a self-confidence level and you will be self-referential in that case. Then you can manage yourself. But we have to evaluate ourselves also with our own level of competence. So what is evaluated is competence. When we evaluate the other person, we evaluate the competence of the other person. That has to be explored in detail in the coming lectures. So we will explore that in further detail, maybe in some of the coming lectures. So since it is only time, I stop here. Thank you very much for your patient listening and thank you very much for interactions. I hand over to Priya Madam. Priya Madam, over to you.
Yeah, thank you all participants and resource persons, panelists for joining the session. So we'll meet next week in continuation of this topic. So namaste to all.
Namaste.
Namaste.